Do you believe in reincarnation? Because today, we have the most bizarre stories that will surely change your mind. Coupled with other unsolved mysteries from around the world. Stay tuned to hear some extraordinary stories that would make you question your existence. Some of them even qualify to fit a unique mythical novel. Number 10. Arctic Hens, Iceland. One look at it and it takes you back to the days of yore, right? Well, this Arctic Hens hosts one of the most remarkable pieces of deep in its sacred villages. This mysterious stone construction is associated with Nordic groups that date way back to the ancient times. The design matches a description of one of their recent books. It's still unclear how the monumental rocks were the same as ancient pieces, but oh well, the mystery continues. Number 9. Mosul Traventiller. Ever heard of rocks that grow in size? Well, Romania is not only known for its natural beauty, but also for the weird phenomenon of Mosul Traventiller that has been growing since discovery. They're famously referred to as troves, and you'll be amazed to know that apart from growing in size, they also move. Astounding, right? Scientists and experts have tried to understand this mysterious happening, but no information is known beyond the fact that rainwater contributes to the growth of these weird rocks. This is something worth viewing, but as you're at it, you want to keep a safe distance from them. You never know. They just might be rocks from an alien galaxy. Number 8. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. If you've not heard about the infamous Island of the Dolls in Mexico, then brace yourself for this one. It's a secluded island deep within the canals of Xochimilco, where many hope to visit and enjoy Mexican culture and music. Approaching the Doll Island from a distance will give you the sensation of a horror film where hundreds of assorted dolls hang on trees. The story behind this weird practice goes back a long way after a small girl was washed up on the shores of the canal. The man, who was first at the scene, took it upon himself to protect his home from the girl's spirit by hanging a doll on one of the trees. As per Mexican history, it's believed that stringing dolls on trees is a ritual used to frighten evil spirits away. Whatever happened to this young lady has remained a mystery that no one has been able to solve to this day. The island should be named after her, don't you think? Number 7. Lake Abraham, Alberta. Just at the beginning of Kuntis Plains seats a ravishing Lake Abraham, Alberta. Given the ideal location inside a park, this lake is a go-to destination for many tourists. Not for just its glamour and refreshing deep, but for the unexplained phenomena that occur in the colder seasons when temperatures drop below 0 degrees. Believe me, it has amazing hiking and exploration sites nearby, though everyone prefers experiencing the mystery of the bubble formation on the rock-hard lake floor during winter season. Everyone is keen to understand the reason behind these amazing ball-like frozen droplets, but no one has a valid answer. Even scientists are amazed by this phenomenon. Number 6. City of Twins. It's said that the world's probability of a couple blessed with twins is 1 per every 89 births, but in a small fishing village in ALBERTA, Asia, this statistic doesn't apply. You could get dizzy from all the similar faces you'll come across just as soon as you step foot on its shores. Every 3 families on this island have at least one set of twins. With similar faces left to right, you'll think you're having a double vision episode. But that's not the end. The place not only has a high twin ratio, but the mothers of the twins are obsessed with dressing them alike. Because of this bizarre phenomenon, scientists have been up about trying to solve the mystery of the twins. Could it be genetics, or maybe just a coincidence? Number 5. Dorothy, EADY, and Omset. Do you believe in reincarnation? If not, I believe Dorothy's story will get you thinking. First of all, Dorothy EADY was born in Britain. When she was just but a toddler, she fell off a flight of stairs and became unconscious. The doctor who was called upon to treat her made the worst news, any parent could have. She was declared to have lost her life, but alas, a miracle happened. About an hour later, the doctor was called following an unusual happening with Dorothy. She had somehow been brought back to life. Her vital signs were okay, and nothing seemed extraordinary. When night fell, Dorothy EADY hid under the sink cabinets and cried for hours, begging her parents to take her home to Egypt, yet she was only 3 and had never been to Egypt. That was just the beginning of a burst of incidents from this little girl that the parents couldn't understand. Her speech seemed to have a strange accent that she didn't have before. What surprised people is how she was swelled with strange dreams after that. Luckily, destiny took charge, and one day she visited a museum with her parents and found she couldn't believe how hopeful and calm she felt being around Egyptian statues. She even went around kissing at their feet, later claiming that she was an Egyptian priestess. Mother Nature was also on her side, and luckily, she married an Egyptian and moved to Egypt. If she was reincarnated as somebody else, or she was just manifesting, nobody knows. But it does sound like an incident out of this world. Sadly, no one was able to solve the mystery of her claims until her demise in 1981. Number 4. Sleeping illness. Well, this ought to be the strangest mystery of all time. Not even Nancy Drew could have cracked it. At first, it may seem like a fun one when you think of sleeping, but trust me, it's not. It all started when some villagers in Kalachi and Krasnogorsk started dropping down into deep sleep and even snoring. When they woke up, they appeared to have memory loss, grogginess, weakness, and headaches. But that's not all. Some reported having nightmarish hallucinations, like seeing snakes in their beds, winged horses, and even worms eating their hands. To scientists' surprise, even pets experienced this illness. Whatever illness it was, we hope it never comes back. Number 3. Hoya Baku. Hoya Baku, which is situated in Krishnapuka in Transylvania, remains a sheer mystery for the locals and general population. This phenomenal forest looks like an epic adventure expedition, but one word from the locals who dread this forsaken forest would change your mind. For eons, communities surrounded the forest, having been living in fear of what lurks deep in the dense forest where a handful of unexplained disappearances have happened. I don't blame them though, I would too. People who have been brave enough to walk into this haunted forest and come out shared photos of the weird environs of the forest. Trust me, the tales and whispers of this place will leave you frightened. Some trees have conjoined and grown together, and the empty, perfectly rounded dry patch at the heart of the forest is what adds to the mysteries of the forest. Even after numerous soil testing, no one has been able to explain why nothing grows in this circular section of the forest. Number 2. Living statues. Imagine waking up from a bad dream and not being able to move a single part of your body. While this might seem like everybody's worst nightmare, the citizens of Europe did experience this bizarre sickness. Almost 500,000 of its population became trapped in their bodies while still unconscious. You wouldn't wish this even on your worst enemies. In just 1 year, other nations like North America and India also experienced the same strange wave of illness that mostly resulted in the loss of life. The few who escaped the claws of the Grim Reaper were sentenced to life as living statues, only looking at their surroundings while being unable to interact with them in any way. Despite doctors trying to find answers to what caused this disease, nothing substantial was found as the root cause. I don't know about you, but this is creepy as hell. Number 1. Mystery of the Cecil Hotel. When visiting Los Angeles, be sure to highlight the Cecil Hotel, because, trust me, you don't want to find yourself lounging here. What many picture as an ordinary hotel isn't the reality of things. Following numerous cases within the walls of this hotel situated downtown made many resolve to the conclusion that this place is either haunted or holds a dark persona. What added salt to the injury of the dark history of the hotel was the disappearance of a young lady spotted standing close to the elevator door before disappearing for good. Despite numerous forensic investigations, the case was left unresolved with no probable evidence of whereabouts of the lady. Many were left to wonder for themselves whether the Cecil Hotel is an earthly door to a new world or is just haunted by dark spirits. Anyone with a sane mind wouldn't dare walk into this hotel even if they're given $1 million. Would you? The young lady's story is just one among a huge pile of mysteries. These stories qualify for a Netflix original series. Don't you think so?